I'm going to talk to you a little bit, give you I have 3 topics here. Give you an intro to our office, who we are, give you some general rundown of what we do, and then throughout I'm going to intersperse 7 pieces of advice that I hope you'll take with you no matter where you go. We all know this is a big decision, and it truly is yours. We want you to make the one that's right for you, because in the end, what we want are good, happy lawyers. So making the choice that's right for you is very important. All right, so let's talk a little bit about the office. My name is Kim Wolf-Price, and I'm an alum of Syracuse University College of Law myself. You may have just heard somebody who also had the last name Price speak. That is my husband. Our 10th anniversary is coming up. We got married the day before graduation, and I believe I was picked on for that by the dean. 10 straight years. She likes that. That's fair. It's true. We didn't show up for the award ceremony, so she deserves that. She has the right to do that. Absolutely. I went to work in New York City at a large law firm after law school. I too worked before, but instead of waitering and snowboarding, I lobbied on child welfare issues and worked on political campaigns before I came to law school. In law school, I was on Law Review. I was a research assistant for a professor. I was on the Moot Court Honor Society. I volunteered for the admissions office, and I was part of the group that's now called SPIN, the Syracuse Public Interest Network, and that group works to raise money for fellowships for students working in public interest law over the summer, because typically public interest law summer internships do not pay. So it's another great organization to look into here on campus. I love being a lawyer. I am not here because I don't like being a lawyer. I'm here because I believe in lawyers and good lawyering. So anyone who has a different misconception, we can have a longer talk about that if you'd like. But I still practice when I can, though you don't leave me much time. And Kavitha and I are working on getting involved in a local pro bono project. So this is about being lawyers. Kavitha and also Samantha Kazmarek, the other associate director in the office, are admitted attorneys. We keep our licenses relevant. We try to conduct CLEs for other lawyers and do work when we can, typically in the pro bono field. We also have Elizabeth Jeffrey in the office. Elizabeth has been in this field her entire professional career. She has held offices with NALP, which is the Association of Legal Career Professionals, which is the nationwide organization that employers and law schools are all members of, so that we can communicate with each other on these very important topics of the legal field and the legal marketplace. I highly recommend you check out nalp.org, kind of get a sense of some of the issues and topics that are out there. We also have 2 fantastic support staffers in the office. We have Anne Maroney and Erica Gromney. They can help you with a lot of different things. Stop in the office, whatever your questions are, dealing with the online system. I was asked a couple of weeks ago what makes us different, and I think as a college and as an office, it's the one-to-one counseling. Everybody's different, so the search will be different, and it has to be a one-to-one situation to make it the most effective for you. We teach professionalism and job search skills that are going to help you not only now, but throughout your professional careers. So it's important that you take advantage of all of this stuff, because every student is different. So here's my first piece of advice. Wherever you choose to go, be your own best advocate. In 3 very short years, you are going to be someone else's advocate. Every time you get up to speak or sign your name, someone's life, liberty, or property will be on the line. So it's very important that you start out right away being your own best advocate. By that I mean taking advantage of all the great services that your college provides. Here at the College of Law, we have the Office of Professional Career Development. We have a great Office of Student Life. We have clinics, externships, great student organizations, journals, trial teams, moot court, and I could go on and on with that list. Be your own best advocate. Ask questions. Talk to people. Make sure you are engaged. You're going to hear wherever you go to school, probably, but definitely if you go to Syracuse University College of Law, that you're beginning the entry to your legal career the first day of orientation. It can be kind of daunting for people, whether it's a career change or your first career. We're here to help with that. We don't just say, good luck. We say, let's help you. This is the place to make mistakes, because we can help you fix them if you let us. So we try to provide professionalism, networking, and other services for you from day one. My second piece of advice, conduct a continuing self-assessment. What I mean by that is figure out who you are and what you want. Not everything needs to be answered, but what do you want your days to look like when you're practicing law? Who do you want your clients to be? What kind of community do you want to live in? Do you want to have a direct, immediate impact on the future of your community in a public interest way, or a larger, perhaps helping businesses grow in the private sector, providing other jobs and economic stabilization. Which way do you want to do this? Either way, you should still be involved in the community through pro bono and community service, because as lawyers, that really is our duty. My third piece of advice, learn to filter out the white noise. Filter it out. I don't care who says they have the best outline. I don't care who says they know everything. They took 12 Jumpstart weeks over the summer and they learned everything. Think about you. What's best for you? What's best for your career and the way you want to drive your career? Filter out the white noise. Make your career plan and your strategy. It's very critical that you take the time to do that. My fourth piece of advice, learn the market. You have to be informed. As a lawyer, you are going to be expected to learn your client's business, whether it's their personal business when you're dealing with a family law issue, or a corporation's business because they're selling dark and lit fiber in the telecommunications industry. Whatever it is, you're going to have to learn that business. So you need to learn the market. Start now. Learn what fields there are, what types of practice areas there are, geographically, what types of markets there are, secondary and smaller markets, and where do most lawyers work? I can tell you that most lawyers work in small law firms, 25 and under. That's nationwide. And those lawyers have often a really good life. They impact their communities. They sit on community boards. There's a variety of different things to do. I worked at one of the largest law firms in the world, and I had a great experience. I worked at a community law firm here in Syracuse, and I had a very good experience. My husband, who you heard talk earlier, works at what is referred to as a regional law firm, about 200 to 250 lawyers. He loves what he does. Make the decision that's best for you. All right, my fifth piece of advice, and this always makes students upset and prospective students, network. Accept the word, embrace the word. It is not a bad word. This is not about Hell's Cocktail Party, where everyone has clenched jaws and a martini in their hand. This is about creating a group of people that you can count on and who can count on you. That's networking, and that's what you have to start doing. You heard the alumni speaker talk about how you have to start doing it in law school, and the person he was talking about from California happened to be our friend Eddie, who's a partner in a firm out there now. They send each other business across the country to this day. They both happen to be IP lawyers. Your network starts here. We are your network if you choose to come to the College of Law. Nikki, Kavitha, myself. You would be your network. Start immediately making connections, talking to people, asking good questions. Networking. It's got to happen, so we're just going to embrace it, right? Okay. My sixth piece of advice. Remember that you do not graduate with a career. You graduate with a first job that starts to build your career. I know, you've been IMing since you were 4, some of you, right? And it's like everything is instant, but a career is a process. A career helps you develop who you are as a person, who you are as a lawyer, who you are as a citizen. It's your first step on that path. And you know what? You really may think that all you want to be is a firm lawyer, and 2 weeks in you get that pro bono case and you think, wow, I really, really want to go do community development law in a small town. That's what I want to do. It's okay. We'll still be here to help you, and you can make that choice. You don't graduate with a career. You graduate with a job that helps you build your career. And one of the most important things is your reputation. No matter where you go in your career or in life, it is your reputation that matters. There may be a lot of lawyer jokes out there, but the bottom line is everybody needs us. All right? So it's your reputation that matters the most. All right, so my last piece of advice. Happy and fulfilled lawyers are better lawyers. That's your goal. To be a happy and fulfilled lawyer. You won't like every day. I can't promise that at all. But if you're happy and fulfilled at what you do, who you are, and the career you're building, then things are going to be much better. Thank you. I hope you have a good day. I think I have time for a couple of questions. Okay, I do have time for a couple of questions. I might be able to answer that bar exam question, or I do teach a class on a 3L course, a bar seminar. Any questions? Sure.
Do you have any statistics on how well students do on other state bars, California per se?
I don't have a statistic on the California bar. It's interesting. I was just reading an ABA journal article this morning that does, a professor at another school has done research, and they do list California as the hardest bar exam. I do know that our students who've been prepared for it, who really take it seriously, have been successful. We have a great alum out in the LA area who, either via phone or in person, has been willing to serve as a mentor to students taking the California bar, and we've tried to pair people up that way. It's a difficult process, but if you're focused and prepared for it, you can achieve it. I don't actually have the statistic itself for that state.
What kind of I'm from Texas, so I'm kind of thinking about going back to Texas
Sure.
for law. So what kind of procedure do I need to prepare for taking the Texas bar per se? If you, in just like a synopsis. I
Oh,
guess.
sure. Well, I think for taking any bar, what you have to do is focus on your academic success in law school. Take it seriously from day one. Interestingly enough, the second day of the bar exam in some states, first in others, it's the multi-state day. It's 6 topics, 5 of which you take as a 1L. So it's contracts, con law, property, contracts, crim law, torts, and evidence. So evidence is the one you don't take as a 1L. You have to focus on your academics from the beginning. If you stumble in your first year, take courses that'll help you build those skills going forward. Register for a professional bar course. Definitely investigate them, but then register for one early so you can take advantage of the different products they offer all throughout law school. Stay in touch with the Office of Student Life, stay focused on it. We have the class in your 3rd year that's not aimed at any particular state. It's called Law 800. I would recommend taking that. There are definitely ways, and if you at all think you're having an issue, there are folks in Student Life who can help you get tutoring or other things to put you on the right path right away. Okay.
You said that we really need to understand the market, and right now the market for lawyers is a disaster. What do you guys do in career services that are going to help us utilize your office to try to get us in such a tough market at the moment?
Sure. The market is definitely in flux. That's one of the most difficult parts, is that we don't really know where it's going. We've always been able to predict, get a sense, and it hasn't quite stabilized yet, so that is difficult. We provide a lot of different things. It's a wide range. It's from the one-on-one counseling to figure out what your background, your resume is, what skills you bring to the table, what you're interested in, where you want to go, and then helping you create a strategy. Then we have the basics, resume and cover letter review. We have on and off campus interviews, and we have intense programming in a lot of different areas, everything from networking to a program called The Road Less Traveled, which we hope to have again in the fall, bringing in public interest and government attorneys for a program sponsored by an alumni in conjunction with the Community Development Law Clinic, where they can talk to you. We do mock interviewing. It's a whole package, and we try to customize it to each student because that's really the way it has to be for success. Networking is going to be a critical part of it. Certain areas they are going to expect you to volunteer. I'm not saying I agree with that. I'm just saying that's how it is. Yes?
Have you mentioned on the reciprocity question?
Oh, reciprocity for the bar exam? New York State's rule is that if a state lets us in, we'll let them in. Many states have reciprocity. Bar exam companies such as Barbary will have that sometimes, you can see that, or the National Conference of Bar Examiners. I know that New York does not have reciprocity with California, Arizona, Florida, New Jersey. Those are the Washington and Oregon as well, do not have reciprocity. Okay, I'm going to go here and then.
If we're interested in doing a joint degree program, like I want to possibly go get my MPA and my JD at the same time, would I come to your office for that and get more information?
Oh, the Office of Student Life provides information on joint degree programs. We can certainly help you figure out how that will be an advantage to you as you go into your job search.
Okay.
All of the offices work very collaboratively, so you go to them about getting the MPA and then come to us on how to make that a great asset for you going forward.
Are there any recruitment efforts on behalf of the law firms on campus, or is it more that you have to go and seek out those opportunities?
We do have the on and off campus interview program. It's called off campus because we rent out space in New York City and have employers come there. We also do the same thing in DC, and we're part of an 8-school consortium that has another off-campus interview program as well. There's also resume collections and video interviewing. It depends on the type of employer. Okay, well, I think I'm running late, so thank you very much and have a great day.